Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA, Cardano. Yeah, not much has happened really since my last video. No downtrend has been broken or anything. We've seen a little bit of upside, but this still looks fairly corrective. So overall, yeah, I remain of the view that we are going down. Nothing really too noteworthy. We haven't even taken out the previous swing high. So this can of course happen, but as long as this hasn't happened yet, my view is that against this level, which is 47.3, we are heading further down. We've already seen quite a bit of a bearish reaction to it. Nothing too major though. And as long as we are, below the wave 2 low as well, and especially the wave 4 low here, which is actually at 54 and 54.8 cents. My view is that nothing's changed. Yeah, nothing has changed. So for now, I cannot rule out that we will go higher and that we will go again into this wave 4 target area, because the longer this takes, this impulse to the downside to unfold, the more, and I explained that in the Solana video already, the more I am of the view that we could actually look at it here in terms of a very extended wave 4, that in fact this wave 4 in purple was never finished, yeah, because the structure that I see, I mean, this doesn't look like a breakout structure, at least not at the moment. So therefore, I've got a few options here, but one very likely option for me is to say, right, maybe this wave 4 really was never finished. One thing that actually speaks a little bit against that is that we actually have seen quite a nice impulsive move down here. So it's, as long as we are here heading lower and making lower highs and lower lows, I'll currently focus on the current price structure, the current wave count. This will get less likely if we go above the wave 2 high, which was at 50.5 cents. But again, I wouldn't rule out that we get once more into the wave 4 target area. And only really if we go significantly above that, maybe looking here at the 55.2 cent level, or the next resistance 57.2. As long as we don't go above that, my focus will be further to the downside, because until then we could still get once more into the wave 4 target area, which means wave 4 has never been finished. Now I would be a bit more optimistic if we really see some significant upside here, but really we haven't seen that. Here, as per TradingView, we are like 2% up, which isn't a lot. And looking at the chart also here, I can currently count only from the low, which we made. I can currently only count 3 waves, A, B, C. And if this is carrying on like that and we don't take the previous swing high out, get above the wave 2 high, get into the wave 4 area and maybe even move above it, until then, for me, the focus is still further to the downside. Yeah, there is nothing that really has impacted it or changed it. Generally, the altcoins are holding really well. We've seen that, and ADA as well. ADA broke out of this ascending channel, out of this bear flag to the downside. It then had this other bear flag, and I still have to go back to the 1 hour chart once more. And to be honest, we haven't even retested this from below. I mean, this is another option, yeah, that we just got a bit of a channel here, yeah, and that we go up and retest this from below. And if we get rejected here, I mean, this would be really bearish, and we probably turn around here. So just because we're going up a little bit, it doesn't mean we suddenly go to the moon here, yeah. There's a few things to consider here. One thing is, the longer we are in this price area, in my opinion, actually, I know it's always, everybody wants it to go up really, but on the other hand, it is really good because we have the chance to accumulate our cryptocurrencies for a longer period, which is great before the next bull run, because the bull run will come, in my opinion. And the other point is, again, in supermarkets, everybody always wants a discount, but when the prices of assets are going down, everybody's like panicking. So just be aware of that as well. And also be aware that ADA is in its target area. So the scenario has been fulfilled. This is the area between 29 and 54 cents where, with the highest likelihood, ADA in its current wave 2 correction, here in green, the wave 2, is going to turn around with the highest likelihood. Nothing is guaranteed. And I had a question, I think it was below the Bitcoin video earlier today, where someone asked, you know, because I talked about already dollar cost averaging in, at least I'm doing that. And the question is, why would you dollar cost average in if your primary expectation is still that the price is going further down? Well, first of all, because I've got a fairly long time horizon. So the difference in the end, if I buy now at 46, maybe next week at 38, whatever, maybe even at 55, but you get an average price that long term will be very attractive. That is my view. On the other hand, if I've got my fiat currency sitting in the bank, it is also constantly losing value. That's the other thing to mention. And the third point is that there is no guarantee that we still will go lower. And I can, I'm happy to say that because my scenario has been fulfilled. We have come into this larger yellow target area. And if we go now 10 cents more down or not, compared to where we come from, this is really peanuts. And therefore, for me, anywhere now, the price can turn around, even though primarily I still expect lower prices, but it can turn around. Therefore, I am dollar cost averaging. I am securing positions at the moment because I find the prices really attractive across all coins. Yeah. But at the moment, I'm focusing on the coins where I have a lot of confidence in, like Bitcoin, like ETH, and also ADA. Yeah. With all other coins, I'm just a bit careful. Of course, there are other coins where they deserve a bit more confidence, but generally the medium and smaller market cap cryptos at the moment at these levels, I'm really careful. ADA I have just confidence in because it's a more scientific approach. ETH because it's the biggest sort of ecosystem, and Bitcoin because it's just there. It's the boss. Yeah. And yeah, I've got confidence in them, and that is only my decision, and therefore I'm dollar cost averaging it as well already. Still expecting a lower dip, but I'm not trying to fish for the absolute low. I'm not. Equally, I don't think that we have seen yet this capitulation. I don't think so. I think we need a bit more capitulation to really get a change in sentiment again to more bullishness. So at the moment, everybody's still, I'm not sure. It still doesn't feel like turnaround yet. I think we need one more larger dip. And my at the moment, I think this will be sort of in the low 30s range for ADA. But I also wouldn't rule out that we go to these next support levels around 19.3 to 16.4 cents that I talked about before. Sort of in a capitulation, in a fast move down that could then fairly quickly recover.